Hey folks, Brandon here at the Real Estate CPA. Today we're going to be talking about the de minimis safe harbor. The de minimis safe harbor is an annual tax election that business owners and real estate investors can make when they file their tax returns. It's going to allow you to automatically expense anything under $2,500 on the invoice or the invoice in the aggregate if it's less than $2,500. So to give you an example, if you had rehab done on a rental property that you own and you get an invoice and every item on that invoice is less than $2,500, you can elect that de minimis safe harbor and expense everything rather than capitalize and then depreciate. The one caveat here is that there's an aggregation rule. That just basically means that if I improve one component of my property, I can't break down every component of that property to get it less than $2,500 to then expense it. An example of the aggregation rule would be I replace my HVAC, but instead of saying I spent $5,000 on an HVAC, I might say that I spent $500 on the motor, $2,000 on the casing, $2,000 on the electrical and the wiring. That is an example of breaking that aggregation rule. The aggregation rule is basically just preventing you from breaking out these subcomponents of that property that you're installing. So in my HVAC example, I would still have to capitalize it and depreciate over 27 and a half years, even though I try to go and break it all out, make it less than $2,500. But if I'm doing a rehab and I'm touching a lot of different rooms, let's say I'm doing carpeting, the kitchen, appliances, countertops, new flooring, all that type of stuff, I can break all of that out on the invoices, make sure that the aggregate expense related to each one of those components is less than $2,500 as they appear on those invoices, and you can expense them all, meaning you get the tax benefits today, you don't have to wait until the future via depreciation. If you have any questions about the de minimis safe harbor or anything else related to taxes, hit us up at therealestatecpa.com. We're more than happy to help you.